So we know what caused the death, and boy is this good. 46 states, 805 people, and 13 deaths. These have all been traced back to counterfeit THC vape pens that have been branded Dank Vapes, Moon Rocks, TKO, and Off-White. Health officials have received 300 samples and have so far tested 150 of them. 70% were THC products, and the rest were nicotine and other products. I'll let you decide whatever that is. Now, they figured out that a significant portion, half, that's 50% of them, contained the vitamin E acetate, which has been causing these lung illnesses across the United States and now, unfortunately, in Canada as well. 86 patients in Illinois claim to use 234 vaping products. Well, most of them claim to use the vaping products and some of them claim to use nicotine. However, the researchers did determine that most of the people who made that claim were in fact using THC products. Now that we know those numbers, let's talk about some new ones. 480,000 people every year die from cigarette smoke. That is 1,300 people every day, or 54 people every 60 minutes. Now compare that to the 13 people in 10 years from vaping. There's a reason Health Canada and universities worldwide have claimed that vaping is 95% healthier than cigarettes. Can't you see how those numbers are adding up there? Jim Cramer, host of Mad Money, back in 2018, he was discussing the tobacco stocks and how some of the shares of the key tobacco stocks were dropping drastically. Now, what he said was, we saw the market's sudden recognition that the cigarette industry seems to be in serious trouble. Over the course of 3 short days, it bent, spindled, and was mutilated by the realization that e-cigarettes had become a serious threat to old school cigarette makers. Now, until now, the profits were dropping anywhere from 3 to 4% every year, but at the beginning of 2018, that jumped to 6% in the first quarter alone. Now, what they tried to do is they tried to introduce Juul-like products, and I'm sure you've seen the Vibe, Blue, whatever it is, and the problem with these was that the profit margin was much worse for them than cigarettes, and so they still don't want to make them. Now, as an example, in the EU, profits were down 6.7%. In Eastern Europe, it was down 10.4%. Middle East and Africa, down 8.5%. And in East Asia and Australia, it was down 18.3%. Now, finally, in Latin America and in Canada, it was down 1.5%. Now, since then, these companies have bought 35% stake into Juul. The CEO has resigned and they've replaced them with a tobacco executive. We can save 6 to 7 million lives over the next 10 years just by switching 10% of smokers every year for every one of those 10 years. But the tobacco industry does not want that to happen, and they're going to do everything they can to stop it. So please, share this with your friends, share this with your family, keep an open mind, do your research, and if you have any questions, please let me know. I'm always happy to answer them. Just leave them in the comment section below. Please subscribe and come back for more information where we'll update you on any new news. Thank you.